You think you've been feeling distant or colder lately because you're losing your spark, but that's not what's happening at all. The truth is, your self-respect has grown so strong that it now protects you like a fortress. You are not shrinking. You are not fading. You are not becoming less emotional or less loving. You have simply stopped allowing access to people who do not deserve your energy. And that shift is powerful. Amelia's here. Over the past few weeks, something inside you has changed. Your energy feels different. It feels expensive. It feels rare. It feels unavailable to just anyone. People from your past can sense it. Even if they are not talking to you, they feel it. They feel that you are no longer easy to reach, no longer easy to read, and definitely not easy to influence. Just thinking about you makes them feel small, because they know they cannot access the version of you they once did. You are no longer operating from the energy of chasing or seeking. You are not checking who viewed your stories. You are not wondering why someone hasn't texted. You are not overthinking conversations. You are not preparing yourself for emotional attacks. Instead, you have moved into a calm, grounded state where you are simply focused on yourself. You are no longer searching. You are standing. And there is someone very specific who feels the shift more than anyone else. This is a person who is used to control. They are used to being admired. They are used to getting what they want when they want it. In their career, in their social circle, they are respected. They may even be wealthy or high status. People usually compete for their attention. They are used to being the prize. But with you, something is different. Your silence has done something to them that no chasing ever could. When you stopped reaching out, when you stopped explaining yourself, when you stopped reacting emotionally, you took away the one thing they relied on, access. And now they don't know how to handle it. Your silence is louder than any argument could ever be. It is forcing them to confront the reality that you can live without them. They are not used to that. You may have felt strange lately, like you were under a microscope. You may have felt watched. You may have felt the urge to stay in your own space, decline invitations, and protect your peace. What others might call isolation is actually alignment. You are clearing out the noise. You are choosing calm over chaos. You are choosing yourself. And that is what changed everything. When you began saying no without long explanations, when you stopped overgiving, when you stopped trying to prove your worth, you shifted the entire dynamic. You became a threat, not because you are aggressive, but because you are unbothered. You became a threat to anyone who thought they could keep you as an option. A threat to anyone who thought you would always wait. This admirer felt the moment the energy changed. It was instant. Something snapped inside them. For the first time in their life, they are dealing with someone who truly does not need them. Someone who could walk away and never look back. And that realization is haunting them. They replay memories of you. There may have been a conversation during a rainy evening or a quiet drive where you said something small, something simple, something that did not feel dramatic to you. But to them, it was sharp. It was clear. You showed them that your life is already whole, that you might want them, that you do not need them. That sentence shifted the power completely. They are not jealous in a childish way. They are afraid. Afraid that someone else might recognize your value. Afraid that someone else might treat you better. Afraid that someone else might give you the happiness they failed to provide. They do not want anyone else to see how rare you are. For the first time, they feel like the one outside the gate. You are sitting calmly on your throne, not begging anyone to enter. They are the one wondering how to regain access. In their professional life, they are confident. In their social world, they are admired. But when it comes to you, they feel unsure. They feel like the fan. They feel like the one trying to impress. Your self-respect has become something they cannot control. It is a power they have never experienced before. They are used to people compromising for them. They are used to people adjusting for them. But you did not bend. You did not argue. You did not chase. You stood still. And that stillness changed everything. Now they are left with the realization that you are not someone who can be owned, managed, or manipulated. You are someone who can walk away peacefully and mean it. And that is what unsettles them the most. You did not lose your warmth. You did not lose your spark. You simply chose yourself. And in doing that, you became unforgettable. Something has shifted, and you can feel it. The way you carry yourself now is different. Your self-respect is no longer something quiet or subtle. It has become powerful. It has become magnetic. And whether you realize it or not, that shift has completely changed the way this person sees you. Before, they didn't understand your value. Before, they felt comfortable. They thought you would always be there. But now your distance, your calm energy, your refusal to shrink yourself has become intoxicating to them. Your self-respect feels like something they can't stop thinking about. It's no longer familiar or predictable. It's rare. And rare things are addictive. They've been watching. Maybe through social media. Maybe through mutual connections. Maybe silently checking up on you when you least expect it. And what they're seeing isn't just a physical glow-up. Yes, you may look better. Yes, you may seem happier. But what truly shakes them is the spiritual glow. The inner strength. The way you no longer look like someone waiting for validation. You don't look like you need them anymore. And that realization is unsettling for them. Right now, they're not just casually thinking about reaching out. This isn't a simple, I miss you moment. This is obsessive calculation. They are thinking deeply, strategizing, planning. They know that sending a basic message won't work. They know that you've outgrown half-hearted effort. They understand that to get someone like you back, it has to be big. It has to be bold. It has to be something that shocks people. Something that proves commitment. Because deep down, they're realizing that if they don't show up fully, publicly, clearly, confidently, they could lose the only connection that ever felt real to them. You are always the right person. The problem was never you. They simply weren't ready for someone with your depth, your light, your strength. Your energy isn't meant for everyone. It's not casual. It's not temporary. It demands maturity. And now, they feel that. There's an illumination around you. A breakthrough energy. It's like you stepped into your power and closed the door behind you. The person who once acted indifferent, who pretended not to care, who stayed quiet out of pride, is very close to breaking that silence. In fact, that same person may soon become the loudest one in your messages. They can't stop thinking about you. You're not just a passing thought. You are constantly on their mind. It's like a song that keeps playing on repeat with no off switch. Every quiet moment brings your name back into their head. Every memory feels louder now. They wonder who you're talking to. They wonder if someone else is stepping into the space they once had. And that thought scares them. Because for them, life without you doesn't feel like a real option. It doesn't feel like something they can accept peacefully. There's pressure building inside them. Urgency. Restlessness. A need to act before it's too late. Timing feels important here. For some of you, the contact could happen very soon, unexpectedly fast. For others, it may take a little more time as they gather courage and plan their move. But the internal shift, that has already happened. Your silence did what chasing never could. It made them realize your worth. Before anything else, we need to acknowledge something deeper that's been happening behind the scenes. There is a shadow around your situation. And the shadow simply means this. While a high-value individual is quietly losing their composure over you, thinking about you more than they admit, feeling pulled toward you more than they expected, there is also a small group of people who are in absolute panic over your reputation. This isn't random. This isn't imagined. This is energy shifting. There are 2 or 3 people, maybe more for some of you, who have been watching closely. These are the jealous observers, the silent competitors, the ones who once believed they had power over your narrative. They tried to question your character. They tried to twist situations to make you look like the problem. They attempted to plant seeds of doubt around your name, hoping something would stick. Their intention was simple. If they could control how others see you, they could shrink your influence. But here is the truth they failed to understand. The more they speak about you, the more powerful you become. Every time your name leaves their lips, they are unknowingly amplifying your presence. Every whisper becomes curiosity. Every rumor becomes intrigue. Every attempt to lower you becomes fuel. They think they are damaging your image, but in reality, they are directing more attention toward you. And attention, when attached to mystery and strength, builds legend. What they don't see is that your silence has been louder than their noise. And here is where it gets even more powerful. The high-value admirer, the one who truly sees you, has heard the rumors. They have picked up on the tension. But instead of being influenced by it, they are observing you. They are watching how you handle it. They are noticing your restraint, your composure, your refusal to defend yourself in chaos. You didn't chase validation. You didn't argue publicly. You didn't lower yourself to explain your worth. You stayed grounded. And that grounded energy is making them fall for you even harder. Because when someone sees you facing opposition with grace, it reveals something rare. It shows emotional control. It shows confidence. It shows that your self-respect is not dependent on applause. That kind of strength cannot be faked. It cannot be staged. It cannot be rehearsed. The ones who tried to harm you are now unintentionally exposing themselves. It's like someone swinging an axe at you and hitting their own reflection instead. Their actions are circling back. The energy they sent out is returning. Not because you asked for revenge. Not because you forced it. But because truth has a way of standing firm while lies eventually collapse under their own weight. You are not just winning someone's heart. You are winning a silent battle. And that's the advantage in your favor right now. Life is giving people a taste of their own medicine. The same pressure they tried to put on you is now sitting on their shoulders. The same discomfort they hoped you would feel is now rising within them. Meanwhile, you are rising. For some of you, this shift has felt heavy. You may have sensed tension without knowing why. You may have felt watched, evaluated, discussed. That weight wasn't random. It was the energy of transition. When your frequency elevates, not everyone can stay comfortable around you. You have stepped into a higher level of self-respect. And self-respect changes everything. You are no longer seeking approval. You are no longer shrinking to make others feel secure. You are no longer waiting to be chosen. You have chosen yourself. And that choice has altered the entire dynamic. This is why this individual is now ready to move mountains just to be in your presence. They finally understand that what you carry cannot be bought. It cannot be imitated. It cannot be replaced. Your value is not negotiable. People can copy your style. They can wear similar clothes. They can speak in similar tones. They can even try to replicate your habits. But they cannot copy your essence. They cannot copy the way you hold your energy. They cannot copy the calm authority in your voice. They cannot copy the quiet confidence in your walk. They cannot copy the way you command respect without asking for it. That comes from experience, from growth, from lessons learned in silence, from battles you fought without an audience. Imitation might bring temporary attention to others, but temporary fades, because what you have is rooted in authenticity, and authenticity carries weight. You are not just attractive in a surface way. You are magnetic because you are real, because you are disciplined, because you are emotionally controlled, because you have learned when to speak and when to stay silent. And the one who sees that, They are no longer casually thinking about you. They are calculating. They are planning. They understand that standard effort won't work with someone like you. They know that if they want you, they have to rise to your level. And while others panic over your name, this person is recognizing your worth. You are not being destroyed behind the scenes. You are being elevated. And nothing about this is accidental. Listen carefully, because this is important. There is a clear difference now between you and the people who tried to imitate you. For a long time, things may have felt confusing. Maybe you questioned yourself. Maybe you wondered why certain situations kept repeating or why someone seemed to mirror you in strange ways. But now the truth is rising to the surface. People are beginning to see clearly. They are recognizing that you were never the issue. You were never lacking. You were never behind. What they are starting to realize is that someone else was only trying to copy your energy, your style, your glow. And no matter how hard someone copies you, they can never become you. A copy does not carry the original essence. It does not carry the depth, the story, the soul. And you are the original. There is something powerful about stepping into that awareness. When you truly understand that you are not meant to compete, not meant to prove yourself, not meant to shrink just to be accepted, everything shifts. The chasing stops. The overthinking slows down. The need to explain yourself fades. You are not here to beg for attention or chase someone who is unsure about you. That season is ending. You are entering a new phase where you no longer run after love, validation, or commitment. Instead, you stand still in your worth and allow what belongs to you to come forward with clarity and respect. You deserve someone who approaches you with intention. Someone who chooses you openly. Someone who does not hesitate, who does not play games, who does not keep you guessing. And the moment you decide that you are done settling for less, you energetically raise your standard. You make it clear, even without saying a word, that only someone worthy is allowed into your space. This is not arrogance. This is self-respect. This is knowing your value without needing applause. You may have noticed signs around you lately. Maybe you keep seeing repeating numbers like 999, 111, or 1122. Whether you believe deeply in signs or simply notice patterns, these moments often appear during times of transition. They show up when a cycle is closing and a new door is quietly opening. They appear when your energy is shifting from survival mode into alignment. Something is reorganizing around you. Something is settling into place. But here is the key. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to obsess over when or how it will happen. The power is not in controlling the outcome. The power is in claiming your worth and then relaxing into trust. When you say to yourself, I am the prize. What is meant for me is already mine. You are not demanding. You are declaring alignment. You are announcing that you are ready for something better, something balanced, something mature. Over the next 48 hours, or even in the coming days, pay attention to your internal world, not with anxiety, not with pressure, just awareness. Notice how your body feels. Does your nervous system start calming down? Does the tension in your chest ease? Do you feel lighter without knowing why? Sometimes the biggest confirmation is not a message from someone else. It is the peace that begins to grow inside you. Observe your surroundings gently. Notice conversations. Notice your thoughts. Notice if your mindset shifts from worry to certainty. Notice if you suddenly feel less attached to outcomes that once consumed you. That is a sign of growth. That is a sign of elevation. Your energy may feel more grounded, more stable, more powerful. Your intuition is very sharp right now. You might feel things before they happen. You might sense changes before you see them physically. Trust that. You are operating at a higher level of awareness than before. You do not need every detail explained to you because you can feel truth in your body. You can feel when something is real. You can feel when something is aligned. And never forget this: you are the final authority in your own life. No one else gets to define your story. No one else gets to write your ending. People may try to influence you, copy you, compete with you, or even misunderstand you, but they cannot replace you. They cannot become you. You are the main character in your own journey. You are the one who decides when to stay, when to walk away, when to claim, and when to release. Your life is not stuck. It is transforming quietly behind the scenes. What once felt chaotic is beginning to settle. What once felt uncertain is beginning to clarify. You are not chasing it anymore. You are attracting. You are not begging anymore. You are receiving. You are not shrinking anymore. You are expanding. Stand firm in that energy. Claim what aligns with your work. Then let go of the need to control how it arrives. When you move with calm confidence instead of desperation, everything begins to shift in your favor. The version of you who doubted their value is fading. The version of you who knows their power is rising. Trust that shift. Trust yourself.